All right, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. License plate tier list. There are 50 states in the US, little history lesson for you, and that means that there's 50 unique license plates. I found them on thebarkingcrow.com, so if some of these are not up to date, they're inaccurate, you can't blame me, all right? I'm innocent. So at the very top, you got pure art. This could bring you to tears. This license plate is so beautiful, the design work, it's more so art than a government mandated piece of metal. The next step below that, we have aesthetic. It's a very nice looking license plate, but it's not gonna make me cry or piss my pants, right? Then below that, we've got clean. This is just a good clean license plate. It looks good on your car. It's not offensive. It's not breathtaking. It's just kind of right down the middle. Below that, we have uninspiring, leaves a little to be desired. Whatever. It's a government mandated piece of metal. And then at the very bottom, we got fender bender. I mean, this thing is just so hideous. It's turning heads and not in a good way. It's gonna cause accidents. Probably not very many of those, but I guess we'll just go through. I also just gotta quickly shamelessly plug, there's new merch at strugglershop.com. Guys, it's your freaking one-stop shop for there's new merch. All right, let's get started. Just go in alphabetical order, okay? First off, Alabama. This is pretty nice. When I think Alabama, I definitely don't think the Goo Lagoon from SpongeBob. What's going on here? I think of Alabama and I think of maybe farmland or ranch land, but I guess I don't know anything. So this is clean. I think this is a clean license plate. Let's check out Alaska. Oh, not a fan of this. Not a fan at all. It's just like, it's so boring. Maybe this means they were the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th something. Yeah, I'm not sure what any of this means. I don't get the references. Colors are kind of offensive to me. Kind of a fender bender, Alaska. No offense to Alaska, but I don't like your license plate. Let's go ahead and throw you in the fender bender. Oh, sorry. Arizona. This is really good. This is a great license plate. It's at least aesthetic. We're flirting with pure art territory here, though. They got that nice purple, the gradient, very pretty, very reminiscent of my home state license plate of North Dakota, which we will see later. I think I gotta put Arizona in pure art. That's a real good looking license plate. Way to go. Congratulations. Arkansas, this looks like an ad. Looks like a billboard. What is this, like an ad for K Jewelers or something? The natural state. What does that mean? Yeah, it just kind of leaves a lot to be desired. That's uninspiring to me. I'm not inspired by that. Sorry, Arkansas. California, see, people are going to think that, oh, the California license plate, that's iconic. We use that word pretty liberally nowadays, iconic. And maybe it is. You know what? What am I talking about? This is iconic, but it's not. It's literally just white. It's just white with some text on it. This is I wanted to say it was a fender bender, but it's so iconic that maybe it's just uninspiring. Nah, you know what? Fender bender. I can't do Alaska that dirty and then turn around and give California special treatment just because they got nicer weather. Okay, that's not fair. Colorado? This is all right. I like the green. It's like a nice deep green color. I don't think of green when I think of Colorado, but I think that's because I'm biased towards sports stuff. So when I think Colorado, I think like navy blue and orange. This is a clean license plate. Very clean. Feel good putting that there. Connecticut. Mr. Connecticut, this is uninspiring. I have almost no thoughts about this at all. I'm sorry, Connecticut. That's where you belong. Delaware. Now, there's something almost offensively inoffensive about this license plate. It's like they tried their hardest to make themselves not stand out in a way. The first state, congratulations, Delaware. That's big. Maybe you should have made a little bit bigger of a deal about it. Although I can picture this on the back of a nice, freshly washed white Subaru Outback. I'll just simply put this in uninspiring, but sometimes there's something nice about the simplicity of life, And Delaware, you've really captured that. I appreciate that of you. Oh, so now this one's a little bit special. This is the District of Columbia. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like the colors. Really, really fun. What I don't like about it is this looks like a stamp. It looks like you stamp it on an envelope and it doesn't look like a license plate to me. End taxation without representation. That's very strong. It's a very strong license plate for that reason. It's uninspiring. Maybe it's kind of clean. It looks a little USPS. You're a USPS looking ass. It's clean. It's clean. Shout out Washington, D.C. Florida. Now this, talk about iconic. Okay, California, how dare you? How dare you call yourself iconic? I'm the one that said that. But Florida, this is truly iconic. Everything about this makes me feel good. Look at those beautiful, round, plump. Check out myflorida.com. Use my link in the description for 20% off. This is great. It's not pure art, but it is definitely aesthetic. All right, Georgia. See, now Georgia really went for it. I think so far this might be the most effort that somebody has put into their license plate. I appreciate the peaches, looking juicy as ever. It's pure art simply because they gave it that much effort. Oh, Hawaii is next. Okay, look at that. If that doesn't shout McLovin, I think that's all I can ever think for the rest of my life now is picturing McLovin here, the fake ID in Superbad, but that's beautiful. It's so simple, but it makes so much sense. You know what I'm saying? They just nailed it with this. It's great. I would, you know what? Yeah, that's aesthetic. Shout out Hawaii. Idaho. Famous potatoes. I love that. Well, not just Idaho, scenic Idaho. And this is quite a scenic view. See, I must have been mistaken because when I picture Idaho, I think of it being a little bit on the flatter side, but I'm not. I'm a geographically illiterate fool. This is very pretty, but I think it's just kind of clean. They got a lot going on. Forestry, the mountains, the famous potatoes. You know what? No, this is aesthetic. Shout out Idaho. Good job. I'm going to be shouting out states periodically if you haven't caught on. Illinois, otherwise known as Illinois for people who don't know how to pronounce it correctly, must be the land of Lincoln. Oh my God. Whoa. Okay, I swear I did not see that. I simply saw Abraham Lincoln's face and I assumed that they were the land of Lincoln. This looks like Star Wars imagery in the background and then a little windmill. Lots going on in Illinois. This is kind of uninspiring. But actually, I like the vague, mysterious imagery in the back and the half face of Lincoln kind of peeking through. We'll put it in clean. I'll put that in clean. Indiana. I like this a lot. Last winter, I played the game Days Gone, and this kind of reminds me of that for some reason. I'm enjoying my time looking at this. I like they got the little recycling logo on there. Just kind of beautiful all around. This makes me feel calm. They got these little birds. These scary red birds. Now I don't feel calm anymore. Now I feel frightened. No, this is good. This is clean. It's a clean license plate. If I seem fairly inconsistent throughout this, that is because I am fairly inconsistent. This is based on nothing. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, so. Iowa is next. Oh yeah, this one just happened to have Scott written on it. I doubt all of Iowa license plates say Scott, but if they do, then this is pure art. Now I'm guessing this is some kind of custom plate or just like somebody wrote this on there in Photoshop. I don't like what I'm seeing. I like the colors, but I don't like the colors actually. This looks like it's two separate things. Maybe it is. Did they staple one license plate on top of another one? There's two separate designs going on here. There's this dark green sky blue, and then there's this other one stamped on top. Any folks from Iowa that happen to be watching, you fill me in on this because I'm very confused. This would cause a fender bender. I would be so confused looking at this, my brain would be going a million miles a minute, I'd take my focus off the road and I would crash, 100%. Yeah, sorry Iowa, fender bender, simply for the confusion of it all. Oh boy, Kansas. Oh no, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now what's going on back here? Ad astava pe appenda. I always say that. Good morning, strugglers. Ad astava. Yeah, I think it's a really pretty color. Not really a whole lot going on. This is clean. It's clean. It's inoffensive. It's clean. Kentucky. See, and now I thought this was a cloud at first, like Super Mario style, a little 8-bit cloud. Now that would be cool. Oh, if they made their whole license plate just this, except for 8-bit clouds floating in the background. Kentucky, you can have that one. Not for free though. Contact me if you plan on implementing that. I would like to be compensated. This is uninspiring. They started designing something and then they gave up early on. Uninspiring. Oh, Louisiana. I like this one. Sportsman's Paradise. Everybody knows that. Shout out Louisiana. I love this font. It's very fun and also rugged and also intimidating, but also very friendly and inviting. It's friendly, it's chill. And they got this bird, this big old bird, some kind of gull. What is that bird? I know what it is too, and I'm gonna feel so silly as soon as I gotta look it up. Pelican, it's a pelican. Yeah, this is good. This is actually, shout out Louisiana, this is aesthetic. I dig this. I would hang this up on my wall. Put it right there. All right, Maine. Oh, that's fun. This is so cozy. This feels like I'm at grandma's house and she has this crocheted into a little pillow or something. That's beautiful. I love the plaid. They got a plaid look going. Vacation Land. I've literally never heard that before, but that sounds like an awesome name that I wish I had come up with. Sounds like a really cool theme park. But is it even clean? This is kind of uninspiring a little bit. No, I can't do that. I can't do that to Maine. This is clean. Okay, now we're getting into cool guy territory. Look at Maryland. Look at this cool guy over here. Golly. But I really like it. I dig the flag. And I like that it's not overpowering. If the flag was taking up more space, see now, I'm a professional graphic designer, so listen to my opinion here. If the flag was taking up more space, it would just be there would be too much clutter. You know, there's not enough headroom. This is great. This is aesthetic because I would hang it up in my bathroom in college. And all my friends would be like, where'd you get that cool license plate? That's sick. Pass the fireball. Massachusetts. What is this? What the hell is this, Massachusetts? The spirit of America. This is what the spirit of America looks like? I'm moving immediately. God, fender bender. How dare you? How dare you? I feel like, I feel upset for the people that live in Massachusetts. That this is what you're dealing with? It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. Michigan. What the hell is this, Michigan? No. It's so plain and boring, but at least they got the fun little M going on here. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This is pure Michigan right here. And they got a little wave down here. It's the lakes, right? It's the Lake Superior type beat. Yeah, that's uninspiring. Yeah. Minnesota. So I live like kind of right on the border of North Dakota and Minnesota. So I've seen many a Minnesota plates in my life. This is what you see when you're driving down a one-way street and somebody is coming towards you going the wrong way. This is the license plate that you tend to see. Little Minnesota driver humor. You get it. You guys get it. No, I think this license plate is so boring. There's so much more they could have done with this. Yeah, they got 10,000 lakes. Great. That's so sick. Wow, 10,000 lakes. Good for you. No, it is. I love Minnesota. Minnesota is beautiful. But the license plate leaves much to be desired. It does. There's just a couple of folks on a canoe, a little bit of nature. And I guess that they left this all white so that text is easy to read, which I do appreciate. But I don't care what your license plate number is. You know, that's for the cops. Sometimes it's better if they don't know what your license plate is. So this is uninspiring. Yeah, Minnesota, I apologize. My neighbors, nobody cares what I think. Who am I apologizing to? Okay, Mississippi. This is low-key kind of beautiful. This is on the back of like a Rolls Royce or something. But then when it's on the back of a really old, run-down, kind of falling apart car, then it might look a little silly. This is aesthetic. I dig it. I dig you, Mississippi. Okay, what do we got? Missouri. Missouri, this is very fun. Bicentennial. What is bicentennial? What are you referencing? What are you referring to? It's very wavy. Is it windy in Missouri? Do they got rivers that flow? Kind of boring. That's uninspiring. You didn't try hard enough. Oh, Montana. Now I know for a fact, Jaden and I went on a trip to Montana and they have like 1,000 different license plates to choose from. So I don't know if this is just like the default government issued one, but there are 9 million different official license plates in Montana. This is just the one that Barking Crow or whatever had. So I do like the color. It's very bold. They went for it, but kind of boring. You got mountains and stuff. You got such beautiful scenery and you went with just blue? How dare you? Uninspiring. Nebraska. Now, there's a look at that dude. Sheesh. This is not what I think of when I think of Nebraska. I don't picture this at all. Is there some kind of mythology going? Like, what's the relation to Nebraska with this big, naked, strong man? Who is this? Okay, wait, that's not Hercules, is it? Who is this guy? There's lightning around him and stars. Is this Apollo? Is this Todd? Who is this man? I don't know. This is the mayor. This is the governor of Nebraska. He put himself on the... He's a very flattering portrait of himself. You know, this is actually kind of pure art in a way because it literally is. And it's so subtle that you really have to... You got to pay attention to it. You know what? I didn't expect myself to make this decision, but Nebraska is pure art. I love that. Okay, what's next? Oh, Nevada or Nevada. Home means Nevada. Is that true? That sounds backwards. I think of like Ohana means family, right? So you would think it'd be Nevada means home, but home means Nevada. So every time we're talking about, oh, I got to run home quick and grab an extra pair of socks, I guess we're talking about driving all the way to Nevada. I do like this. This is sick. I feel like this is wrong though. This looks like a fan-made license plate. They've got the polygon design going like my old outro. It's like mountains, I suppose. This is legit. Pure Art, Nevada. Loving it. New Hampshire. Live free or die. Holy crap. Relax. Okay, New Hampshire, chill out a little bit. What is this? What is this? This looks like the beginnings of the Crazy Horse statue carving that they're not ever gonna finish. I like the colors, I do. I really do. I like that you can kind of see through the green. It almost looks like this is just a gummy worm that they laid on the license plate and left it in the heat and it just melted on there. That's clean. It's clean. It's clean green. New Hampshire. So there you go. You can use that for your tourism board. Clean green, New Hampshire. Okay. New Jersey. New Jersey. Sorry about that. Not what I picture when I think of New Jersey either. The Garden State? There are a lot of gardens in New Jersey. I don't like the color. This is like a chartreuse, but not even as good. This is a fender bender. Hideous. Oh, New Mexico. Now this is a statement piece if I've ever seen one. The Land of Enchantment? Are you kidding me? Another fantastic slogan. Look at, they've got these awesome designs up top. A little plant growing out of the bottom. The yellow is a little bit much. Trying to picture that yellow on most vehicles stands out in a way that I'm not a big fan of. But you can't say it's not inspired. I think in another life this would be aesthetic, but it's a little bit too bold for my taste. And I think I'm just gonna have to put it in clean. You go in clean, you deserve it. Good job. New York. Is this really? This is New York, huh? I thought they would have fully leaned in. Excelsior, okay. Shout out Stan Lee. I thought they would have fully leaned into the New York City and just completely forgotten the rest of the state. That's what everybody else has done. But yeah, New York is more than just New York City, believe it or not. This is cool. It actually does a good job of encompassing. This is sick. Really nice colors. It's clean, but it's also kind of aesthetic. For something that no one's ever really gonna get up and look at, they got some good details. Yeah, New York is aesthetic. Cool. Cool guy, New York. North Carolina. You can hardly read this. What is this? What were they thinking with this? Just fill the letters in. Don't make them. What's this? They put it on screen mode. This is an overlay for why? First in flight. That must be from where the Wright brothers are from. North Carolina, huh? I don't like it. I apologize for not liking it to whomever designed this. I just can't do it. It's a fender bender. I'm sorry. I'm so freaking sorry. Ugh. And on that note, time to talk about the greatest license plate ever conceived. Look at this freaking license plate. Are you kidding me? The Peace Garden State. See, New Jersey wishes that they could have garden. You don't got the garden. We've got the Peace Garden. You think you think freaking New Jersey, stay out of this, okay? You're not part of this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, New Jersey. I apologize. I lashed out because I feel so passionately about how beautiful the North Dakota license plate is. Look at this freaking bison. Or bison if you're from Fargo. Look at this guy. He's looking at you like, oh, you came to visit North Dakota? All right, that's fine. Have a good stay. It's beautiful, the sunset. Now, I remember back in the day when they changed it to this design. It used to be something else. It was very similar, but it was a little less vibrant. And my friends kind of made a stink about it. They were like, ugh, the new license plate is so lame. Everybody was kind of dogging on it, but I've always been a believer in this license plate. And, we are legendary. Not even a competition. This is pure art. It's pure art in its purest form. This, if you took the text off of it, could go up on the wall, blow it up, print it on a big canvas, hang it in a museum. Okay, Ohio. Wow, this is fun. There's a lot going on here. A little fella and his dog. Love to see that. They crammed every single thing into this. Now, what's this now? The birthplace of aviation? Excuse me. Somebody is lying here. A little birdie from North Carolina told me that North Carolina was first in flight, but Ohio says that they're the birthplace of aviation. So which is it? Which is it? a little interstate drama going on here. You ever see those videos where somebody will post like a TikTok or an Instagram reel or something and they're like, yeah, I'm trash talking states today, baby. Oh, Missouri? You're really humid, and who lives in Missouri? And it's just so people will engage in the comments and be like, screw you, man, Missouri's sick. I'm from Missouri, and Missouri's actually sick. I think this is what they were going for with the with the flight stuff. I think they were trying to cause a little drama, get people talking. I love this design. As corny as it looks like they just stuck a bunch of clip art on the page, and they could potentially be misleading about the birthplace of aviation. I'm not familiar where the Wright brothers were from. I've forgotten most of what I learned in school, but I love this, and I'm gonna put it in pure art. Sue me. Please God, don't sue me, actually. Oklahoma, there's a bird, travelok.com. There's probably some joke in there. I'm not going to try to find it. It's very minimalist, so I would imagine that this is a relatively new design. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong about most things. I like their extended little leg on the K, very sexy. Yeah, this is aesthetic. I like the Oklahoma. Quote me on that. Oregon or Oregon? I personally say Oregon. Yeah, I have a confession to make. I am an absolute sucker for solid colors and thick borders. And this checks those boxes, baby. Look at this. This is aesthetic at least. It's not pure art, okay? I'm getting ahead of myself just because I like the border and the colors are really nice. This is aesthetic. Cool. Very cool job. Pennsylvania. No, that's not doing it for me at all. No, it's not. What's the Pennsylvania state flag? Here I am looking things up again. Okay, I was wrong. I was gonna assume that this was just the state flag, but on a license plate form. And that can't possibly be the case because this is the state flag, probably not in focus. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all. It's extremely uninspiring. No thank you, Pennsylvania. You're not doing it for me. Okay, Rhode Island. The littlest state with the biggest heart, and I've always said that. The ocean state. Well, there's a lot of states on the ocean, so I really like this anchor, and the colors are very nice, very simple, gets the point across. They're the ocean. I get it. Yeah. It's a tad uninspiring, but it's clean. It's clean. I'll give it to them. That's fine. Whatever. South Carolina. While I breathe, I hope. So dramatic. What the heck? That's like an old secondhand serenade lyric or something. Look at this. The dark blues, the shadows. It said a vignette. Golly, there's so much drama going on here. The moon and the tree. Oh my gosh, the longer I look at this, while I breathe, I hope. This is at the very least aesthetic. Nice job, South Carolina. Okay, South Dakota, the little brother from down under. Great faces, great places. Okay. I appreciate that they used their iconic landmark, and I do like the text. I'll tell you what I don't like. Unlike the New Hampshire license plate, I don't like that you can kind of see through this text, but then you'd be kind of blocking the faces behind it. So maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know anything about graphic design. Oh boy. It's aesthetic. I mean, Mount Rushmore is pure art, but this license plate falls a little bit short. Tennessee. Okay, this is boring. I do love that there's a big bright red circle right in the middle. What is it drawing your eye towards? These 3 stars, In God We Trust, tnvacation.com. We're just putting websites on there. Strugglershop.com. Okay, that's the new Tennessee license plate. This is incredibly uninspiring. Golly, Tennessee. What are we doing? You have this great opportunity to design something fun. Why not make it fun? Okay, Texas, what are you doing here? How dare you? How dare you be so boring? Was this photo taken in black and white? That's the only way that you could save yourself. Was it taken in black and white? Texas? Answer the question. I love that their thought was probably like, we don't want to distract anybody. Just go ahead and put it up plain white. Put it on every license plate, it'll look good. And it would look good. I bet it looks good on every car, but it's incredibly boring, so uninspiring, and dare I say a fender bender. Come on, Texas. Now, Texas and California in the same category in something. You don't see that too often, so we're bringing everybody together. That's good to see. Okay, Utah. Wow. Life elevated. I bet it is. Ah, God, I want to go to Utah so bad. That's sick. Oh, and not only is life elevated, but the text is elevated. Look at that. Got a little emboss on there. It's popping out at you, 3D style. Pure art. Utah's beautiful. Love that. Love that for them. Vermont, the Green Mountain State. Yeah, they went with green, all right. This is very green. This is too green. It's just too green. I love this shade. Love the color. It's a nice Kelly green. It's simply too much. And there's just nothing else going on. They were like, what's Vermont? What are we? What's our slogan? We're the Green Mountain State? What should we do? Green? Let's just go green. Oh, dang it. Fender bender? Yeah, even though I love the color, I gotta play it fair. And I'm very fair. I'm as fair as they come, and everybody says that about me. Virginia, very pointy. This is extremely pointy. Virginia is for lovers. I'm sorry? Excuse you, Virginia? What is that supposed to mean? Virginia is for lovers? God, if it wasn't for the Virginia's for lovers thing, this would have gone in the fender bender, but I really like that. It's gonna bump it all the way up to clean for me. They really took advantage of it. They took advantage of the free real estate. Just put a silly little slogan on there. Is that too much to ask? How come none of the state departments are returning my emails? All right, Washington. Yeah, I get where they were going with this. Evergreen State. Not to be confused with the Green Mountain State. I don't know. Kind of uninspiring. I mean, they gave it a shot. They gave it their best effort, and that's what worries me. This is the best you could do, guys? Come on. Uninspiring. You could have done better. And you should have done better. And I expected more out of you. West Virginia. God, this is just like this looks just like something else that I didn't like, right? West Virginia, that looks like... Actually, the one that it looks the most like is New York. And I said that I really liked New York. And I do like this layout and the colors. And they are wild wonderful. It's uninspiring. I was going to say clean. You know what? I am going to say clean. It's clean. It's got good structure to it. The layout is nice. West Virginia is clean. Okay, Wisconsin. Huh. This looks like a gas station logo or something. America's Dairyland. Here we are. Welcome to Wisconsin. This is it. This is the Dairyland. I do love that little picture in the corner. It's like when you go to the eye doctor and they make you look in that little thing. You stare at the hot air balloon and you look at the little barn. And you're just looking at Wisconsin's license plate. Little known fact. Yeah, I mean, they did give it a little effort. It's more than I can say about a lot of these. Okay, Wisconsin, you won me over. You're clean. You're free to go. All right, last one here. Wyoming. Wow, look at that. Now that looks like an actual photo. In Wyoming, they got one little thing here, and then a bucking cowboy doing his dang thing, followed by a series of 5 other things. When I think of a license plate, it's got 7 slots. So if you're getting a custom plate, you can have up to 7 characters. Are they counting the cowboy as one of their characters? Because otherwise there's only 6. For what it's worth, this was ranked best license plate by the Barking Crow website where I found all of these pictures. You know, I'm not one to disagree with the Barking Crow too often. I really like their little lasso border around the thing. That's good. All right, Wyoming. Congratulations, baby. You are pure art and the last of our category. Oh, wow. Look at this. Now, this doesn't look like much. Now, if I were to look just at the pure art, which one do I think is the absolute best? You know, safe to say I think North Dakota is the best, but they're all great in their own way. So I would not trade my license plate for any of these, but if I absolutely had to, I wouldn't cry about it either because I'm not a little baby, okay? And now looking at the absolute worst, which is the worst of the worst? See, it's got to be Iowa. And it's so offensive to me that one says Scott. It has my name on it. Who put that there? Who wrote Scott there? Why would you do this to me? How could you do this to me? But yeah, this is the worst one. A lot of the other ones are just kind of, you know, California, a little bit boring. Massachusetts, boring, ugly, yellow. First in flight, potentially liars. But Iowa is simply ugly, in my opinion. So yeah, anyway, that's what we got. There's our completed list. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and wow, my life is now officially changed. I don't know if I'm able to leave a link to this in the description so that you can do one yourself. and maybe tweet it at me or something. I don't know. Otherwise, if there's any of these hideous ones that you'd like to redesign, and just shoot me a tweet or something. I'm not paying anybody to do this, so don't feel pressure to do any design work for free. Actually, maybe Zimri Mayfield. I'll see if Zimri wants to do a little license plate redesign. Shout out Zimri. Love that guy. All right. I think that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. You're still here? Okay, I'll go. Bye.